Good evening, everyone. With this organizational meeting of the School Board of Independent School District 279, please come to order. It is the 3rd of January, 2017, and the current time is 6:05 p.m. Seated in front of you this evening from my left to your right and my left are Director Jessica Craig, Board Member-elect Mike Ostaffi, Board Member-elect Stephanie Fortner, myself, Bob Gerhardt, Director Jim Burgett, Board Member-elect Heather Douglas, and Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Kate McGuire. Would everybody please stand for the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The next item on the agenda is the swearing in of elected board members. Will the newly elected board members please join me on the floor in front of the board table? It is an honor that you are elected to guide the education of our community students. As you recite the oath of office, you assume a tremendous responsibility as a director of our school district, with the duties empowered by the Minnesota legislature. This power puts you and the other members of our school board in the position of being both morally and legally responsible for equitable, quality education of every student in the district. In carrying out this responsibility, you will be asked to fulfill the roles of vision, structure, accountability, and advocacy. In providing vision, the board, with the participation of the community, envisions the community's educational future and then formulates the goals, defines the outcome, and sets the course for the public schools. To achieve the vision, the board establishes a structure and creates an environment designed to ensure all students the opportunity to attain their maximum potential through a sound organizational framework. Because as a board, we must be accountable to the community, we must ensure continuous assessment of student achievement in all conditions affecting the education of our children. As board members, we serve as education's key advocate on behalf of students in our community schools to advance the vision of our schools. Furthermore, we must strive to work together with the superintendent and staff to lead the district toward fulfilling our mission, which is to inspire and prepare all students with the confidence, courage, and competence to achieve their dreams, contribute to community, and engage in a lifetime of learning. Please raise your right hand and repeat the oath that's written on your cards. Having signed the acceptance of oath
And oath of office, I hereby publicly affirm my commitment to the oath of office. I swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and of this state, and that I will discharge faithfully the duties of the office of school board member of Independent School District number 279 to the best of my judgment and ability.
Congratulations. Director, director, director. Okay, now we will have the election, or the next order of business, the election of school board officers for the school board for 2017. We will now have the election of the office of school board chair for 2017. Nominations are now in order for the office of board chair. Board members, do we have any nominations for the office of board chair?
Director Gerhardt,
Director Craig?
I'd like to nominate you, Bob Gerhardt, as chair.
Thank you. Director Craig has nominated me, Bob Gerhardt, as board chair. Are there any further nominations for the office of board chair? Are there any further nominations for the office of board chair? Are there any further nominations for the office of board chair? If there are no further nominations, nominations for the office of board chair are now closed. Seeing how right now I am the only person that has been nominated for the office of board chair, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. I have been elected to board chair. Thank you. All right, our next order of business will be the election of the office of school board vice chair for 2017. Nominations are now in order for the office of vice chair. Board members, do we have any nominations for the office of board vice chair?
Chair Gerhardt.
Director Craig?
I'd like to nominate Mike Ostaffi for vice chair.
Director Craig has nominated Mike Ostaffi as board chair, or board vice chair. Are there any further nominations for the office of board vice chair? Are there any further nominations for the office of board vice chair? Are there any further nominations for the office of board vice chair? Director Craig has nominated Mike Ostaffi for board vice chair. If there are no further nominations, nominations for the office of board vice chair are now closed. Mike Ostaffi has been nominated for the office of board vice chair. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Mike Ostaffi has been elected as board vice chair for 2017. We will now have the election of the school board clerk for 2017. Nominations are now in order for the office of board clerk. Board members, do we have any nominations for the office of board clerk?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to nominate Jessica. Craig.
Director Burgett has nominated Director Craig as board clerk. Are there any further nominations for the office of board clerk? Are there any further nominations for the office of board clerk? Are there any further nominations for the office of board clerk? Director Craig, or if there are no further nominations, nominations for the office of board clerk are now closed. Director Craig has been nominated for the office of board clerk. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed say no. Director Craig has been elected as board clerk for 2017. We will now have the election of the office of school board treasurer for 2017. Nominations are now in order for the office of board treasurer. Board members, do we have any nominations for the office of board treasurer?
Chair Gerhardt.
Director Craig?
I'd like to nominate Jim Burgett as board treasurer.
Okay. Director Craig has nominated Director Burgett as board treasurer. Are there any other nominations for the office of board treasurer? Are there any further nominations for the office of board treasurer? Are there any further nominations for the office of board treasurer? If there are no further nominations, the nominations for the office of board treasurer are now closed. Director Burgett has been nominated for the office of board treasurer. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Director Burgett has been elected as board treasurer for 2017. The next agenda item is additions to the agenda. Board members, in front of you is the agenda. Are there any additions to the agenda? Hearing none, I would move to accept the agenda as prepared. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Director Douglas. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries to accept the agenda as prepared. Next item on the agenda, next item on the agenda would be audience opportunity to address the board, but it seems that we do not have anybody wishing to address the board. So the next item on the agenda is to establish compensation of the school board members for 2017. In 2016, compensation of the school board members was approved at $850 per month for the board chair, $775 per month for board clerk, and $750 per month for other members of the board. These totals are inclusive of the flat $50 monthly reimbursement for in-district mileage and other incidental expenses. I will make a motion to approve the school board member compensation for 2017 at the same rates that were established in 2016. $850 per month for the board chair, $775 per month for the board clerk, $750 per month for other members of the board. These totals are to be inclusive of the flat $50 monthly reimbursement for in-district mileage and other incidental expenses. Board members, do we have a second?
Seconded.
Second by Director Burgett. We have a motion and a second. I'll now open this item up for discussion. No discussion? Anybody? Okay. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion to approve the 2017 school board member compensation rates as stated, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no. Motion is passed. Motion carries to establish school board member compensation for 2017 at $850 per month for the board chair, $775 per month for the board clerk, $750 per month for other members of the board. These totals are to be inclusive of the flat $50 monthly reimbursement for in-district mileage and other incidental expenses. The next agenda item is the consent agenda. Board members, is there an item or items that you would like to have removed from the consent agenda for separate consideration? Hearing none, I would move to accept the consent agenda with move to accept the consent agenda as presented. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Director Craig. Board members, is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries to accept the consent agenda as prepared. Next agenda item is to identify the 2017 school board representatives to committees and liaison assignments. I make a motion to accept the 2017 school board representatives to committees and liaison assignments as assigned and prepared in the agenda. Do we have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Director Craig. We have a motion and a second. I will now open this item up for discussion. Any discussion? All right, hearing none. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion to approve the 2017 school board representatives to committees and other entities as assigned and prepared, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries on a 6-0 vote. Next agenda item is announcements. Director Burgett.
The school board work session will be held on Tuesday, January 3rd at 6:15 in the forum room here at the ESC. The topics will be the legislative platform and board operations and development. This meeting will be open to the public. A regular school board meeting will be held on Tuesday, January 17th at 6 p.m. in the boardroom here at the ESC. This meeting will also be open to the public. A negotiations and strategies meeting will be held on Tuesday, January 17th at 7 p.m. in room N10 at the ESC. This meeting will be closed to the public.
Thank you. And the next agenda item is adjournments. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Director Burgett. Do we have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Director Douglas. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned at 6:17 p.m. Thank you, everybody.